Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 49 and issue 50 of Build the Terminator.
The Terminator, week by week, built the T-800, the killing machine that defined a generation. Easy to build with high-quality metal components. You can control sound, lights, articulated limbs, and L.A.D. eyes, and explore the Terminator universe. Build the Terminator, issue 1, just $1.99.
So welcome back guys and girls, hope you're all well and had a good week ahead. It's obviously now the weekend and I hope everyone enjoys it despite how crap the weather is in the UK. It seems every weekend we're having rain and storms with the odd glimmer of sunshine. But spring is around the corner and fingers crossed we're going to have some good weather ahead for this summer. But anyway, so obviously in the last issue you saw that we completed the pelvis. Today we're going to be just adding one minor detail to the pelvis, which is I believe the shield for the left side, and then we're going to be adding the pelvis to the spine. So obviously what we've got already for the whole body of the Terminator, and that's issue 50. So issue 50 is over a third of the way now. When we get to issue 60, so just 10 issues, we're halfway through this build. Because remember I told you way back when I started last year, there's 120 issues, so I'm almost halfway and I'm really happy that it's still going. It hasn't been discontinued, because obviously I was worried when I first signed up to this that they might just drop it. That's not the case. It's definitely still going to be complete, and I'm going to see it through to the end, and obviously then you can see from start to finish how it comes together. And thank you so much for people who've stuck with me on the journey so far, because 50 episodes is a lot to watch and obviously to stay in tune with, so I really do appreciate your support. So anyway, just quickly going to show you what we're working on. So as I mentioned, that's the minor detail for the left side of the pelvis. It's just a shield, so it just makes it look nice and pretty. And then for issue 50, this is the one where it's a bit more technical. Not many parts for both episodes, so it's going to be very quick, but I imagine a little bit fiddly. So this is where we can obviously attach the pelvis to the spine, as you can see there. So let's get started. Okay, so just quickly for the components and the tools you will need. So for issue 49, like I mentioned, you've obviously got the left side of the pelvic plate. Then you have the two pelvic sockets. And lastly, you've got the pelvic shield. Now all these parts are plastic, so hopefully they're not important parts. And lastly, you also need just 3 of the 2x5mm PB screws. That's all you need. And of course, a screwdriver and a cocktail stick. So moving on to 50, you obviously will need the completed pelvis for this issue, as well as the new components, which are 52. This is the connection plate, and this is solid metal. It's quite heavy, and it should be metal because it's holding a lot of weight. Then you've got this part, which is another pelvic plate. That's plastic. And then just a few little parts here. So you've got the this is component 54, and that is a M10 nut. And then you've also got 5 M3 lock nuts. And lastly, you've got the long screws again, which are the 3x8mm screws. All we need as well is super glue, nothing else. So let's get started. Okay, so for steps 1 to 5, first of all, you're going to apply some super glue to these pegs, just as we did before in the last episode. This is obviously how we can connect the left side of the pelvic frame with its new pelvic plate. Just to obviously not show the inner details of that. So, like I said before, just to make it look nice and pretty. So once you've done that, just apply it to the area, so you hear it there, locked in. Just going to hold that down for a moment or two so the super glue can do its work. Okay, and when you're happy with that, we're then going to move on to step 3. So I'm just going to flip over the pelvic frame, and then what you'll see here, so just here either side, these are the sockets for where the actual where the sockets will fit in, so they're part of the pelvic shield. So you're going to take those and you're just going to pop those through. Okay, so once you've aligned that up, like so, you're going to take one of the screws, so that's the PB 2x5mm, and you'll see that there is a screw hole within there, so that's obviously how that's going to be secured. There is a little bar on the underside of each socket, and that's what allows it to lock in partially before you actually fully secure it with the screws. So that's the first one. Just do the other one. Again, I'm looking for, so you'll see there that there is the little line, and that's what's going to line up. And take the other screw and secure that. If my magnetic screwdriver does what it's told. Okay, so for steps 5 to 7, once we've secured those screws, you're going to flip this round and you'll see that there is a gap here for this component, which is 49.2, to slide into. So you're just going to test it first. So that's how it should sit in there. So I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, you'll see inside of there is a curvature, and you just want to apply a little bit of super glue on the inside of that, just to help secure in that plastic component. Not too much, just a little bit along the lines of it, because remember, some glue can be corrosive, and we also want to be able to take it out in case there's a mistake. So I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to slide that through, like so. And there you have it. That is that stage complete. Issue 49 is finished. Now we can move on to issue 50. Right, so as you can see, things are getting a bit busy here, and we're running out of space because Mr. Terminator is back, as he always promised. So, for issue 50, a few bits to do here, not too much, but we'll get there. So for steps 1 to 4, we're going to start with. So taking the connection plate, you'll see there are the recesses there for the nuts, and what we're going to do, so there's the M3 nuts. You're going to take a little bit of super glue, and you're just going to put some in each recess for those nuts, because obviously we want them to stay in there and to not fall out. So I'm just going to do that quickly. And just to mention, on the photo, it's actually showing the hexagonal shape of those nuts facing up. So you don't want to be gluing it from the flat perspective like that. So just show you. That's the wrong way. This is the correct way. So just carry on applying some glue to each part. Okay, and once you're happy with that, you're then just going to pop the nuts in there and let the super glue do its magic. So there is one spare, just in case you need it. Okay, I'm just going to hold those down for a moment, just to make sure it's completely secured. Okay, now that's done, we can move on to steps 3 and 4. So as you can see, we've got the bottom of the spine here. And what you're going to do, you're going to just simply thread this through So we'll be having the circular parts facing outwards. So we thread that over like so. And then once you've done that, you're going to take the larger nuts, that was 42.4, and fix that on. So just going to screw that on. So once you've screwed that all the way down, you might need to use a spanner or a pair of pliers, but you obviously don't want to over tighten it. You just want it tight enough so that holds it down. So there you go, I've secured that with my fingers. Obviously these are strong fingers. Then once we've done that, we're then going to take the completed pelvis, and what you want to do, you're going to position that onto the newly added component from step 5. So you'll see there are the raised screw holes, and they fit into the recesses of this component here. So quite simply, you're just going to push that through like so. And then once you've done that, you're then going to take the very long screws and secure them within that area there. So bear with me, because this may be a bit tricky. I'm just going to spin it round a bit. Just to get a better angle, because this bit may be a bit tricky. Just securing the last screw now. It's a bit fiddly, so I apologise that I haven't been able to give you the best angle, but when you do this yourself, you'll see that you need a good angle for the screws, because it's quite awkward to get the screws in there. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to spin it round for you. That's how it's looking for the moment. Okay, so for the final steps, which are steps 8 and 9, you'll see that there are some screw holes here, and that's just where we're going to put this final part, which is the last plate. So literally all you do is just slot that on like so, and it doesn't even require any super glue because it's a very snug fit. So obviously that's on the back of the Terminator, so don't make the mistake I did, because I thought I did it the wrong way, and I started to unscrew all of what I'd done, and then realised that actually it was the right way, the pelvic the pelvic frame. So that's how it looks from the back. I'm just going to flip him round, and this is how he should look from the front. So still very heavy, and obviously a bit flimsy in certain areas because not everything's together, but that is how he's looking as of 50 episodes, and that is that issue complete. So we are now at completed 50 episodes of 50 issues, and I can't believe that I've made it this far and you guys have joined me. So this is how my Terminator T800 is looking as of today. So as you can see, he's now got his pelvis. That's all been connected to the spine. And obviously you've seen before, the head's done, the spine, the arm, everything is coming together nicely. And yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon. So we're now just waiting for the next order really, which is going to be 51 to 54. So what they've shown me here for issue 51 is I'm going to be fitting the pelvis panel and connection parts for the muscles. Now they aren't obviously specifying what muscles they are, but as we know, they're going to be the leg muscles, because we've worked our way from the middle of the body, obviously doing the neck, fusing the shoulder with the arm, onto the thoracic vertebra, onto the spine, and onto the pelvis. So naturally what comes next is a leg. I imagine it's going to be very much like the arm, with the pistons, as you can see here, for the muscles, and obviously then we'll have the thinner muscles here for the legs. But I'll be honest with you, I just wanted to hurry up and get here now, because I want to be able to stand him up and then to start showing you what he can actually do, because some people have done the mods where they're already able to control him and move his head and do the lights on the eyes. I haven't done that yet, because to be honest with you, I want him to be standing with the gun before I do that. So I probably reckon maybe another 20 episodes when we get to about 70. There might be some stability there. I don't know if we're going to move to the other arm before the other leg. Hopefully it'll be 2 legs first, then we do the arm to finish, with obviously then the chest plate and all the other details for the back and whatnot. But either way, this is really cool, and hope you guys like the episodes. Thanks again for tuning in and for supporting me. And remember, as always, to like, comment, subscribe and share if you haven't already. And I will see you probably in about 2 or 3 weeks for the next episodes. And until then, have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon, guys.